Hello everybody, Don't Blink here again with another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary for you guys, and I've got another Back to Karkand video to share with you all. I'm playing Rush Attack on Sharqi Peninsula, and as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, this server was running a kind of modified settings in that its ticket count was much higher than usual. But I think you'll see in just a moment that the increase was definitely necessary to make this battle fair. I feel like on PC, based on what I've heard from people who play on PC and on consoles, PC is a little bit tougher for attackers to win in Rush just because of those extra 8 players. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't seem to scale in the way that it should, and as a result, these higher ticket count servers are necessary, in my opinion, to make it possible for attackers on PC to actually win on 32-player servers. And right there, didn't realize there was no glass left in that window, but it's all good because it didn't get me killed, so it doesn't really matter. But here we are. I took a very long flanking route in order to get to this MCOM. And I take out a few enemy soldiers here and there, but eventually get taken out by an M9 tactical. But I wanted to include that life just so you guys could see that route that I took. I really like this map. This is probably my favorite map in this expansion pack. I really like the look of it. I like the design of it. It's a lot of fun to play on. The destruction is insane. The amount of destruction in this expansion pack is just absurd. And the maps end up looking like completely bombed out war zones by the end of any decent battle, and it's a lot of fun to see the battlefield change as much as it does in the course of a single round. So here I wanted to stay out of sight, but close enough to hear them as they tried to disarm. Unfortunately, I didn't see that final guy. That recon was prone on the ground, didn't pick him up, and as a result they did get the disarm. But you know, we just got to keep pushing up, keep taking down as many defenders as possible in order to clear the way. And that's what I was doing this life. I realized that my last 2 attempts were failures, namely because I was alone in a sea of enemies. And the best way to make sure that your teammates move up with you is to make sure that their path is clear so that they can do so. So that's what I was doing this life, just going back and forth across this building, taking out anyone I can possibly see. I'm using the FAMAS in this video, so obviously that means I'm using the assault class. This was my first time using this weapon, so if my aiming patterns and kind of sprays seem a little bit weird, it's because I was still coming to grips with this weapon and its spread and recoil and all that. And right here, had a guy with a G3A3 just head glitching on those cement blocks, and I was not able to see him until it was too late. The G3 does a ton of damage per bullet, and it's pretty darn accurate too. So if you get caught out in the open like I did there, you're in trouble. So the iron sights on this weapon are not very good in my opinion. They obstruct your view just so much that as soon as I unlocked this ACOG scope, I immediately switched to it. And here I saw on the minimap, if you look there, there's a little Dorito. So I went down and I took out that support. One well-placed support with a bipod LMG is going to do a lot of damage to your team if they don't know that he's there. So I figured, might as well take him out myself. I did notice him. No reason not to go and take him out. So here we are. I'm starting to make my way towards the objective. I noticed at this point how low our ticket count was, and I knew if I didn't make sure that this thing stayed armed, we would lose the game. And that's kind of what I did. I acted as a distraction, took out the one guy who was disarming, and distracted the other guy who probably would have disarmed it in place of that first disarmer had I not been there to keep him occupied. So we just barely took that first base. Now we're on to the second base. And I'm not showing you every life from this match because it was a crazy match. Probably the hardest fought round of Rush that I have played since the good old Battlefield Bad Company 2 days. It was really that close, just by a hair, every single base. But as a result, I'm not showing you every life from this match because I think it was like 30 minutes long. It was a very, very long match with a lot of just instant deaths upon spawning and getting revived and killed over and over and over again. So I obviously cherry-picked the lives I wanted to share with all of you and chose the very best ones. And here you go, absolutely no opposition in making it to this base. I heard an MAV go live up here on the roof, so I take out that guy, go for the reload, and this guy catches me with my pants down. I'm not able to take him out, and he ends up getting the disarm on that MCOM. So again, that was my attempt at very sneakily flanking into the enemy's base and trying to accomplish the dirty work myself. That didn't work because there were just too many enemies capable of falling back and taking care of me. So instead, the next life, I went in with a number of my squad mates and teammates, and we do a much better job here. We actually get both MCOM's arms simultaneously, which will always put the defenders into a frenzy. So that is always something you should try and do if at all possible. Took out that guy across the way. This guy tried to hit me with his rocket. I wasn't sure if he was going to go in for the disarm. So I ended up dropping down, taking a little bit of fall damage, but killing him in the process. I take out his buddy, get hit a number of times. I'm sitting at 1 health as I'm vaulting over that handrail there. Reload, and then I head up to the B MCOM position just to overlook the Alpha MCOM position, and I end up getting killed from behind there by an enemy. So that was unfortunate, but we did get one of the crates, and that's good. Here this was actually after a life where I got killed almost instantly upon spawning. I get revived, take out one guy, and help take out his buddy, his support buddy. And then I head in here, and I saw that little Dorito on the ground, take out the camping enemy who was just waiting by the MCOM. I saw that grenade go down. I knew there were enemies on the other side of that staircase there. Take out the recon, and I honestly can't believe that I got that second guy with a headshot. But this 93R is fantastic for purposes such as those. Close quarters, you can just spray and get lots of kills. Because it's a burst fire weapon, its accuracy is a little bit better and more manageable, and its fire rate is more manageable, and so is its recoil than the G18. So it's a little bit more effective, in my opinion, at closer and longer ranges. The G18 might be best in terms of point blank, just spraying an entire clip into an enemy, but the 93R is a little bit more versatile, and it's nearly as good in close quarters. So we take that Bravo MCOM on this last base here, and somehow my teammate was able to get up here. I think there was some sort of radio beacon trickery going on, but nevertheless, this is a fantastic position to be in when you're trying to take this final base. Being able to have a vantage point with this sort of angle on the enemy, and not only that, but we are behind the enemy front line. It's just incredibly deadly, and we're able to distract them like crazy, and then they have to come all the way up here. I don't know how many stories up in the air we are at the top of this building, but it takes them a long time to get up here. No matter how many stories it is, it's a big distraction. It causes them tons of headaches, and most importantly, it allows our troops on the ground to move up and begin the final assault on this last MCOM that we need to take in order to secure the win. As you can tell by looking in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, or just by watching my firing patterns, I am switching back and forth between semi-automatic and fully automatic firing modes. Semi-automatic for when I'm firing down upon enemies on the ground, and fully automatic every time I go and check the stairwell to see if any enemies have made it up to the roof. Unfortunately, didn't do me any good because that guy takes me and my teammate down, and the enemies do ultimately clear the roof but it's too late because we have somebody arming the crate down here on the ground, and now they're all up on the roof. And you'll see in just a little bit, I actually look up that way, and there are just tons up there. This guy drops down, so I pull out here to see what's going on the crate. I take out 1 or 2 of them, I think 2, but my teammates clean up the rest, and we end up winning the match. So very exciting round of Rush, probably my best so far in Battlefield 3, or at least the one in which I enjoyed myself the most. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to go full tactical with my commentary, so I hope at least some of you appreciate that. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.